Hello everybody, it's Kyle Van Voorst with Voorst.com, and today I'm discussing on how to build and keep a positive sales culture. Let's dive right in. Alrighty everybody, as you already know, I'm a big fan of sales. I love sales. I think it's the greatest career of all time. And today I want to talk about sales culture because so many companies do this wrong. And I have 5 simple things, simple areas of focus for you that if you get these right, odds are you're going to be developing and keeping a really positive, strong sales culture. Let's talk about that. The first one, professional development. It is incredibly important that you provide your team with ongoing training and coaching so they're improving their skills over time. The number one reason why salespeople leave an organization isn't more pay, it's lack of growth. Growth is the most important piece of the puzzle when it comes to maintaining a really strong culture. And if you don't have a mechanism for improving people's professional skills, they're just not going to be there that long. So make sure you put an effort into professional development. Number 2 here is clear communication. When there's a new initiative, when something changes, it's incredibly important that you have a structured, organized way of communicating that change or communicating that big initiative. The reason why is because when you don't, it makes everybody feel like this isn't very well thought out. There's no real plan here, and it crushes productivity. So come to every big meeting where you're announcing some change in initiative or some change at the company level with a plan of what to do next. And if you have to, pull in one of your more senior sales reps to get their perspective before you announce it to the rest of the team, because you need to be able to address everybody's concerns in that moment when you're communicating the change or the new initiative. Number 3, personal development. I firmly believe if somebody's outside of work life is going really well, then their inside of work life is also going to go very well. But if their outside of work life is suffering, their inside of work life is going to suffer. So spend some time with your reps working on personal development. Run workshops about personal finance. Maybe work on goal setting or some kind of motivational stuff. Whatever you can do to help them improve as people. Not only does that improve their quality of life, but it also shows the reps that they're more than just little revenue generating machines for you, that you actually care about their well-being and you want to see them succeed. Number 4 here, direct feedback. This is very similar to what we were talking about with clear communication, except with one big modification. This is very one-to-one. When giving feedback, you need to be as direct as possible. There needs to be no confusion of what you are trying to help the rep do to improve. And a lot of times, if it's very constructive, leaders tend to get a little bit nervous giving that feedback. And here's what I suggest. Make sure every rep knows that when you're giving them feedback, you actually have their best interests in mind. What you're looking to do is improve them not only as reps or employees, but also as individuals. And if you remind them constantly that the feedback I'm giving you is only just to make you better, then they're going to be able to embrace that a lot easier than if you just are constantly coming down on reps. For non-constructive feedback, though, it applies as well. You have to make sure you're clearly communicating what people are doing well so they continue doing those things well. Direct feedback is incredibly important to maintaining a good culture. Number 5. Career progression. This one is so often overlooked, especially at the earlier stage. All employees need to have a clear progression outlined for their role. What's next step? So customer success, they do this really well. They have a customer success level 1, 2, 3, right? Tech support, 1, 2, 3. There's a bunch of different tiers. On sales, we don't do this as often, and we really should. You want your reps to constantly be hitting milestones that's going to improve their pay and also improve their seniority and their title so they feel that growth and development. If you don't have a structure for this in place, it's going to feel like things just come whenever they pop up and there's not a clear communication around what it takes to get to the next level, and people will care a lot less about it and they're not going to be there very long. So have a clear progression plan. If you do this over this amount of time, then you achieve this next level in your progression. For SDRs, for AEs, it's going to have a big impact impact on your culture, and it's going to increase how long people stay at your organization. And that's it. Those are the 5 things that I suggest you do to build and maintain a winning sales culture. If you have any questions, comment below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I appreciate you watching.